Hey guys, so today's video is a makeup tutorial on this look. I was so surprised at how many people wanted a tutorial on this look. I was wearing this in my empties video and there were a ton of comments telling me that I needed to sit down and film this video, so I did. I didn't think I was going to because the look is literally so easy. It's like the easiest look ever. But I love this look. I think it's so romantic and pretty. It's kind of like ethereal and like a soft pink. But yeah, this is actually a talk through makeup tutorial, and if you want to see how to get this look on my face, then just keep watching. So I'm going to start off with my face. Since the eyes are so simple, I don't really get a lot of fallout with this look. I'm going in with the NYX Born to Glow Illuminating Primer, and I'm just using this on my skin to help it look nice and glowy. This stuff is so similar to the MAC Strobe Cream, and it's way more affordable. The foundation I'm going to be using today is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. It's the same foundation I was wearing in my empties video. I have a love-hate relationship with this foundation. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I hate it. I like it for the most part. By the way, I'm using the shade Porcelain. I like it for the most part, but it can look pretty cakey around my nose. Sometimes it just looks heavy on my skin. I don't know why, but I like it. It's just, I don't know. I'm using a sponge from the brand Mascara. It's really similar to the Beauty Blender and it's more affordable. The concealer I'm going to be using today is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I can't seem to use any other concealer. I mean, I do, don't get me wrong, I have other concealers I love, but these are just my favorite right now, and it's making me want to go on another Snapchat declutter. I kind of stopped that series because there was nothing else I really wanted to declutter, but after discovering this amazing concealer, I want to kind of get rid of some of them because I don't really use them. So I'm just adding a little bit on the inner corners right here to then blend it out. I mixed the shades light, medium, and fair, and I'm just gonna blend that out. You really do not need a lot of this concealer. I know when it comes to YouTube videos, like you'll see YouTubers just like paint on the concealer. Like I do, I always like paint on my concealer, but for this one specifically, I feel like you don't need to do that because a little goes such a long way. So yeah, I'm thinking of doing that. I really want to give away or get rid of a couple of my concealers because this one is just so amazing. Just a couple. Just get rid of a couple. I'm gonna take a little bit of the shade Fair and apply it to areas I kind of want to highlight a little bit. I'm gonna go in with another cream product and then I'll set my under eye concealer and all that. So I'm gonna take my Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops in the shade Sunkissed. This is the bronzy shade, the light one. I have been using this as bronzer. I love it so much. So I just take some on the back of my hand after I shake it a bit. And with that same sponge I used for foundation and concealer, I'm just gonna apply some to my face. I think this might be the best liquid bronzer I have ever come across in my life. It just blends so well into the skin. I'm gonna apply some more for the other side of my face. Celine learned how to open my door now. Looks like I'm gonna have to change the doorknobs. No privacy with that one. I'll close my door and I'll ask her to stay outside because I'm filming, and she just opens it. She's like, yeah, no, I'm coming in. I'm gonna add some to my jawline here. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eye concealer and set areas of my face where I feel like it needs to be set. I'm gonna take my RMS Beauty Unpowder. It's just kind of like a translucent HD powder. And with this Sephora Pro Contour number 79 brush, I'm just gonna set everything. So after powdering, my face looks a little bit more matte than I want it to. So what I did was I went in with this shimmery bronzer. It's so dark, like this is way too dark for my skin tone. So I have to make sure I use a super light hand. This is an e.l.f. mineral bronzer in the shade Beach Bronze. I'm gonna take this brush right here. I bought it at Ulta. This is the It Cosmetics for Ulta line, exclusively at Ulta. And this is their airbrush powder brush. So I'm gonna take a little bit and then I'm gonna really tap this off. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the eye makeup because I really feel like I need to do my eyes already. Okay, so I lied. Apparently there is fallout with this look because of the glitter. I completely forgot about that for some reason. So I would suggest doing your eyes first before you do your face makeup. I'm gonna take my Surprise Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. I'm gonna take this shade right here called Buon Fresco, and I'm gonna buff this into my crease using a Morphe M441 brush. I'm adding just a little bit of this color to my crease because I will go back in to intensify it in a little bit. I'm gonna take Tempera, which is this lightest shade at the front, and I'm gonna use that to highlight underneath my brow bone. And then I'm gonna go in with this shining star right here. This is the Butter London something. It doesn't say, I hate when companies do that. What is the name of this thing? It's like a cream eyeshadow, but it's not like a cream. In my opinion, it has a similar consistency to hair gel, like really thick sculpting hair gel. That is the consistency of this, but they're just like little potted eyeshadows in jelly form. This specific color is in the shade Frosted and it's my favorite one. They sent me like 4 shades. This is so stunning. My favorite way to apply this is with my fingers, so I'm just gonna dip my finger in this, and I like to build up the coverage, so I'll go in a couple times, but I'll just start to apply this to my eye. I'm not trying to flick you off, I promise. I know it's my middle finger, but it's not my intention. And apply some more. The really good thing about this eyeshadow is that it builds really well. It doesn't get sticky, and they last a long time on my eye. I'm gonna go back into the Anastasia palette and I'm gonna take Buon Fresco. Again, I can't say that word normal. And with that same crease brush I used earlier, I'm gonna add a little bit more of this eyeshadow. Then I'll just go in with a little bit more of that Frosted shade. For my inner corners, I'm gonna mix these 2 shades together, Vermeer and Primavera. First, I'm gonna go in with Vermeer, and then I'm gonna top it off with Primavera. For my lower lash line, I'm doing something extremely simple. I'm gonna go in with Buon Fresco on a little pencil brush. This is a tiny little Eco Tools Shadow Smudger brush. I'm gonna run that on my lower lash line. And then over top of that, I'm gonna take Burnt Orange. I'm gonna curl my lashes. You can go ahead and wear falsies, but in my empties video, I wasn't wearing any falsies, so I'm just gonna coat my top and bottom lashes with my Benefit Roller Lash. So that completes the eyes. Really simple, and we're pretty much almost done. When I filmed my empties video, I wasn't wearing any blush. I just went in with my highlight, and I used my Makeup Geek highlighting palette. And I first went in with the pink shade. This is called Starlight. I'm gonna try out this brush. This is the Morphe R36. I'm gonna dip it into that Starlight shade. You definitely wanna tap off the excess when you're using these highlights because they're extremely pigmented. And then I'm gonna go over top with the shade Nightlight, which is the lightest gold shade. I'm gonna mix the shade Nightlight and Starlight and highlight the nose a little bit. And I'm gonna take just Starlight and highlight my Cupid's bow. For lips, I was wearing a very nude lip, almost concealer-like, but I think it ties in with like the light pink ethereal look. I'm going in with the Buxom True Nude Lip Foundation in the shade Buff. This is the lightest shade. It's so light. The trick with this specific color is you cannot apply too much. I find that when I do that, I get that disgusting white thing on the inside of my mouth. You know what I'm talking about? So I actually have to tap this on my mouth. And then I just blend that in. And then I went over it with the ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade Fairy Floss. This is my favorite shade out of all of the new ColourPop glosses. It's just like a very, very light nude, but it's not too pigmented. It's a sheer formula. Ugh, I love it. I find that glosses this color that are too pigmented give you that weird thingy thing I was talking about. Okay guys, so that completes this look. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I love looks like this with like a super nude lip and everything kind of like monochromatic. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. And I took sun in the sky. Oh my god, I swallowed that. And with that same crease, you definitely want to tap off. No, I'm being very carry.